I'm Rupert. Today we're going to look at Lesson 2 of Palabras. So these are the contents of the Lesson 2. It says here, to learn English, a lot of people are frightened when they start to study the verbs. It seems that there are often a lot of problems with the verbs, but in this lesson you're going to see, among other useful things, how to use the verb to be. In Spanish, ser or estar. You'll see that it's easy to understand and to use. It is the verb in English and in Spanish that is most used. So, these are the contents of the lesson. First of all, the vocabulary. Well, these my, your, his, her, its, our, and their we call the possessive adjectives. The possessive adjectives. We're going to look at them in a minute. Then we have a and an and some. And these are articles. These are the indefinite articles. Then we have this, that, these, and those. And these are determiners. These are a form of pronoun. We'll look at those in a minute. Then we have be, the verb to be. With an infinitive, we say to be. Ser or estar. Here are two examples, is and are. These are forms of the verb to be. We'll look at these. After, we have a list of nouns, starting with family, parents, friend, gentleman, lady, man, or men, because man is an irregular noun. The plural is men. Car or automobile, clothes, a back, head, face, eye, heart, foot, another irregular noun. The plural of foot is feet. Body, house, neighbor, property, room, soap, apartment, pen, paper, computer, picture, letter, word, sentence, news, newspaper, lesson, example, rule, office. Okay, let's look at the plural. Well, it says here in English it's the same as Spanish. To make the plural, you have to add an S to the words. Look at these examples. Rule, rules. Office, offices. Lesson, lessons. Well, there are some exceptions, and they have their own rules, okay? When the word ends in an S, a Z, a CH or SH or an X, you have to add ES. Recuerda, es un poquito lo mismo con el third person singular with the verbs. When we say he works or he plays, it's the same endings, okay? Okay, this is class, okay? We say classes, tax, taxes, church, churches. Or when the word ends in a Y, preceded by a consonant, it changes to the I. Party, parties. When the word ends in an F or FE, it changes to VES. This is a little more complicated. A thief becomes the thieves. A wife becomes the wives. Can you think of another example? I'm going to write one down. So here we have a knife, and it becomes knives. Okay? Some words don't have any rule, okay? These are irregular nouns, like child becomes children, man becomes men, foot becomes feet, woman becomes women, teeth, diente, dientes, teeth, singular, tooth, one tooth, two teeth. Shall I write that for you? A tooth, but two teeth. Okay, these are irregular nouns, and you have to learn them. You have to learn them individually. Okay, these rules, as it says, these rules are practically identical to the rules that you've seen in the first lesson. The formation of the third person singular. Okay? It's exactly the same. Let's go to the next page. Okay, it says, to say that something is someone's. To say that something is someone's. We call these the possessive adjectives. Look at these words. My, your, his, her, its, our, their. Okay, for vuestro, we would say your, the same. So that's the same in singular, second person singular, and second person plural. Your and your. Let's try these in an exercise. We're going to say, translate the following sentences to Spanish. We'll give you some examples. Well, two examples. After translating them, listen to the recording number 2.2 and repeat after the professor. So we would have my back, mi espalda, your head, tu cabeza, his face. What is face? We'd have to say su cara, her eyes, sus ojos. Now, some of these words you don't know. And you'll have to look them up in the dictionary. I always have a dictionary on the internet open. Let me show you my dictionary. I use word magic. Word magic. So for example, if I don't know the word face, face, I'll look it up. Sometimes it takes a long time. But it's taking a very long time. Okay. We have face. And we have the translation. We have lots and lots of different. So we have verb, to face, afrontar. But we're looking for the noun. We're looking for the noun. So somewhere down here, face, noun, cara. Cara. Okay? So we use the dictionary to look up the words that we don't know. Her eyes, its heart, its heart. My foot, mi pie. Pero our feet. See the plural? These are regular. His face, her eyes, its heart. My foot, it's an irregular noun. Our feet, and their feet. Their feet, sus pies. Our feet, nuestros pies. My house, your neighbors. You look up these words and you do the translations. On the next page, we have the words a, an, and some. Okay? These are articles. Okay? The words a and n mean the same. Translated in Spanish, it's like un or una. But this is masculine and feminine. Okay? In English, we don't use masculine and feminine. So a and n are for all nouns. Okay? The difference is that an comes before the sound of a word that starts with a vowel. A vowel. Okay? So an automobile. An automobile. Now what is the difference between using a and n and the, which is the definite article? When do we say the dog? And when do we say a dog? Well, we use the definite to mean something certain. We use the for something certain. And we use the indefinite to mean in general, in general. Okay? When we are talking about una cosa en particular, we use the. When we are talking about algo en general, una cosa en general, we use a or an. Think of the sky at night. Anoche, last night, I saw the moon. Porque hay solo una luna. I saw the moon. But there are many stars. And last night I saw a particular star. A star. Now, we use some for plurals. Some stars. Okay, let's look at this. A boy. An automobile. The word some means unos, unas, algunos, or algunas. Wow, that's a lot of words in Spanish. Only one in English. Some. So we say some boys, some girls, some cars. Let's have a look at the exercise. Okay. Complete this exercise with the word a, an, or some. As you can see in the example, well, we give you the results in the example. An automobile. Some automobiles, plural. A dog. But what would this be? This is a vocal. A vowel, we say in English. And it's singular. There's no S. So it's an apartment. Now we can see this is plural. So we have to say some apartments. Friend, amigo. Friend, it's singular. It's F, so it's a consonant. A friend, a friend. Example, singular, starts with a vowel. An example. Man, singular, a man. Men, plural, some men. A car, some cars. A horse, some horses. An office, an office. Pens is plural. Some pens. Pen, singular, a pen. Okay? You work those out for yourself. Now, the palabras, the words, this, these, that, and those. Okay? We call these the demonstrative pronouns. Look at these. Look at all these words in Spanish. There are so many. For this, este, esta, esto, este, esta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In English, this. These. Okay? This is the plural of this. That and those. For all these words in Spanish, we just have one word. Okay. When do we use them? This and these we use when something is cerca, when it's close. When it's close. We say near. Near. In English, near. Okay, shall I write that? Near. When something is near, we use this and those. When something is far, far, we use that and those. This and these, that and those. Okay, now we're talking about distance or tiempo. Distance or time. Okay? So, here are some examples. You can say, This is good. This is good. This is good food. Yum yum. Okay? Or this tastes good. Taste. Sabor. This tastes good. Or we say, ¿Has visto esto? ¿Has visto esto? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Something close, near. Or these are, and now we have to go all the way back to see these. These are my books. These are my books. Those are your books. Okay? This is his car. Now, I'm using the verb to be, and we haven't really looked at it. So, maybe we'll come back and do a study of that after we've looked at the verb to be. When we look at the verb to be, we will put all these together. All these together. Oh, before you look at the verb to be, practice. What does this say? Este periódico. This newspaper. Estos periódicos. These newspapers. These newspapers. Okay? Say, aquel apartamento. Aquel. Look here. We say, oh, that apartment. That apartment. Aquellos. We say, those apartments. So we have this friend. These friends. But that man. Those men. Those men. Look at this one. This car. Those cars. Estos coches. Did I say those? I mean, let's have a look. Estos. These cars. These cars. Okay, so you do the rest of these. Look at them again, learn them. They're very easy. Next, we have the verb to be. Okay, it's very, very, very important. It's a very, very important verb. In English and in Spanish. Okay, so we say, in Spanish you use ser y estar. In English, solo to be. Okay, let's look at the the construction of it. I am, yo soy, or yo estoy. Okay. You are, tú eres, o estás. Recuerda también usted y usted es, esta. He is, she is, it is, we are, you are, they are. Okay, so we have three different forms. We have am for first person. I am, pero you are, you are. For the third person singular, is, he is, she is, it is. It is. When do we use it? We use it for animals and things. Okay? Animales o cosas. It. And then the form are again. We are, you are, they are. All the same. So the different ones are am and is. The rest are. Okay, that's quite easy. That's quite easy to learn, this form. They are, you are, we are. Okay? Learn it very quickly. Okay, I'm going to give you some examples. Some easy examples. This is our first real sentence. Okay? My name is John. My name is John. Yeah? This is using your possessive adjective. Okay? My. What is the possessive adjective for to? Oh, your. Your. Your name is one. Your name is one. Now let's look at something else. I can use it to introduce myself. My name is John. Hello, my name is John. Okay? Now we can say, I can say, I am English. I am English. Soy inglés. I am English. You are Spanish. You are Spanish. No sé si es verdad o no. Okay, you are Spanish. Okay. But we have different way of saying things as well, okay? That's soy. And okay, this is I am in England. I am in England. How do we say that in Spanish? We say estoy en Inglaterra. Entonces, soy inglés, estoy en Inglaterra. But in English we only have one verb. Okay? I am John, I am English, I am in England. Okay? You are one, you are Spanish, you are in Spain. Okay? You see the verb, this word, this is preposition in, on. In Spanish you say, use on. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you something because it's not all so easy. For example, if I say María tiene 20 años. Okay? Tiene is a verb tener, to have, in English. To have. We're going to look at it in the next lesson. So, what I want to tell you is, in English, no decimos tiene, no usamos tener, okay? For la edad is the verb to be. We say, for example, you say, María tiene 20 años. In English, we say, Mary is 20 years old. Mary is 20 years old. Okay? We say Mary is 20. But Mary is 20 years old. Okay? Mary is 20 years old. And if I say yo tengo 21 yo tengo 21 años. Bueno, no es verdad. We say I am 21. Okay? I am 21. if I was asking a question, I'd say, ¿Cuántos años tienes? Okay. How old are you? How old are you? Okay. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Are you? You are. Okay, that's the question. We're going to look at questions in another lesson. Okay? So wait. Okay. Also, the same example. Tienes hambre. We don't use the verb tener. Okay? In English, we say, are you hungry? Tengo hambre. I am hungry. I am hungry. Okay? These are important to learn this. So, age is. Hunger is. Seth is. Okay? Tiene sed. He is thirsty. He is thirsty. Okay? Be careful because it's a poquito lo mismo como 30. Okay? But Seth, thirsty. Thirsty. This is an adjectivo. Okay? We're going to look at those later. We also speak about el tiempo. El tiempo atmosférico. Okay? In this case, you translate for hacer viento. We use the verb to be. See, hacer viento. It is windy. It is windy. Okay? Or hace mucho frío. Hace mucho frío. We say it is. What do we say? Mucho frío. We say it is very cold. It is very cold. Cold. Okay? It's very cold. So, wait a minute. I have to pause 1 minute. Okay, exercise 2.5. Complete these sentences with the correct form of the verb to be. You. Well, that must be they. Sorry, that must be you are. You are. They are. Okay. Now, you know these. These are easy. She is our neighbor. Our neighbor. So what do we have here? She, the verb to be. Our, this is it, possessive adjective. And neighbor, vecino, this is a noun. So here we have our first real sentence. She is our neighbor. Oh, the dog is ¿qué? What do you think the dog is old? Viejo. The dog is old. The dog is enfadado. The dog is angry. Okay? The dog está. He is my friend. Well, the doctor is a gentleman. Maria is your wife. Oh, gentleman, caballero. I'm a gentleman. Okay, Maria is your wife. I am. Muy famoso. Okay? Pienso. Entonces, I think. Therefore, I am. This is my pen. This is my pen. These men are, what are these men doing? These men are working. Okay? That's the form of the verb. Are working. Están trabajando. We're going to look at that later. Okay? Let's keep it Muy sencillo. Let's keep it very simple. Okay? So, here you have a lot of examples. Listen to these sentences. Repeat them in English, okay? For your pronunciation. This is a letter. This is a body. This is a paper. This is a sentence. That is a newspaper. That is that is an apartment. Different here. That is an apartment. That is an I. You see? All these are vowels. A, E, A. Okay? Oh, plural. These are some news. These are some offices. These are some men. This is my house. This is your house. This is his house. This is her house. This is its house. This is its house. Dog's house. Okay. This is our house. This is their house. Some my pens. Okay. You look at these. You learn them. Make sure you use your pronunciation. What's a difficult one here? He is an uncle. She is a woman. What would be the plural of she is a woman? We would say she is a woman. They are some women. Women. Let me write, because that's quite a difficult one. Woman. Okay, that's singular. And women, plural. That's like man, men, woman, women, women. Okay? So, and at the end of the lesson it says, okay, in the last few sentences we've put the subject with the letter kasifa, which means in we put the letter in brackets. These are brackets. In English, brackets. Okay? Okay. In Spanish, we all know that we don't say we ate, comemos. Okay? We eat, comemos. We don't say nosotros comemos. De vez en cuando. Sometimes, a veces sí. Pero in English, what does it say here? We have to use. It is imperative. It's obligatory. Okay? To include the subject. Subject pronoun. They. Okay? They are children. Okay? In Spanish you can say son hombres. You don't need to say ellos son hombres. Okay? You just say son hombres. But in English, we have to use they, we, it, siempre. Okay? We always have to use the pronouns. Okay. I'm gonna see you in lesson 3. Bye bye.